Hello everyone, this is Suhail, and today I'm going to show you how we can use expressions in Power Automate to extract specific details from a pre-formatted email. Let's get started. Let's dive in. So let's look at an example email from which we would want to extract information. This might be coming from another system, and we just want to extract the data from this email. So now I have this tabulated email, and it has all the data, but I want to extract it in a Power Automate, put it into a SharePoint list or in an Excel, so I don't have to look through hundreds of emails, right? I want to consolidate this in a single place. So now, um, I have all of this data. So the logic that we will be using is the first step that we will be doing is we will set up a Power Automate flow. The first step is for the flow to trigger when this email arrives. And of course, I can add filters on a from email address or on a subject. So the logic doesn't apply automatically to every email that I receive and only to the emails, for which the flow is intended to run. The next step would be to strip off all of the HTML tags and other metadata from the email using the HTML to text conversion connector and supply the body of the email from this action. The answer to the question tenant's name is what's between the word name and the word phone number. The answer or the value for the phone number column is what's between the word phone number and the word email. So this is the logic that we are going to use, and we are going to use three different functions to achieve this. So we first have to understand what's an index. So index for the word, the alphabet or the character T is 0. The index for the character E is 1, and so on. So it's the position of the character is called an index. So we will be using the main function is the slice function to slice out just this particular value from this entire expression. So to do that, slice function requires three parameters. The whole string is the first parameter. So, the whole string from which the slicing or the substring has to be extracted from. And then the second parameter is the position where the substring should start. So it's the start index. End index, we have to specify where it ends, one character before the end index that you supply. So now that that's out of the way, now we know what the whole string is. That is the converted, after you strip out the HTML, the output of that will be the whole string. Now, the start index, we know that it is starting from here, but then it's 5 characters after the word name because NAME and there's a colon. So it's 5 characters after the name. So to find the start index, if we find the index of name and then add 5 to it, then that would be the start index for this. So for that, we use the second function called index of. And in index of, it takes two parameters, the whole string and then the string that we are searching. So in our case, we are searching for the word name. So now this will return the position of the word name. And when it returns the position, it returns the position of the first character where it was found. But we want it to start from here. So we need to then add the number of characters that it should start. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 characters after where it finds name, that's where our start index is. So then what we do is then we use the add function to enclose that, and then we will add 5 to it. So now this becomes the start index. And then that expression will then go in here. And then the end index is where it finds the word phone number. But of course, the end index already excludes what it finds. So end index would be, again, very simple. This will be the same function, index of whole string, and instead of the word name, we would use the next word, phone number. And now this will become the function. And now to remove the spaces, we would enclose that into another trim function. Now let's look at the exact expression, the way it would appear in your Power Automate. This is the expression to get the name, the tenant name. So it's, if you see here, it's all enclosed inside a trim to remove the spaces. Now all of this is a slice function. So the slice function has three parameters: the whole string, as you can see here, and then the next line, the next parameter is the start index, and then the final parameter is your end index. So this is the whole string, this is the start index, and this is the end index. Now to get the start index, what we are doing is we are finding the word name and then adding 5 to it. So this is the index function. We are finding where the word name is located, and then we are enclosing that into an add function to add 5 characters to it. And now in the end index, we are finding where the word phone is, and we are saying anything. uh, Pretty much it's saying start 5 characters after where you find name, and stop where you find the word phone, and remove all the trailing spaces. So that is going to return the name. If you look at the function for the phone number, it looks something like this. So again, enclosed in a trim function to remove all the spaces from the result. And we have slice. And here we are looking for the word for the full string, which is the first parameter. Now for the start index, we are looking for the word phone number, and we are adding 12 to it because phone number is 12 characters with the space. So 12 characters after where you find phone number, that's where we want to start our slicing. And we want to end it where we find the next word called email. So this is how you would write expressions for all the data that you want to extract. So let's look at how the final field expression looks like. It's pretty similar, except for the fact that your end index, we use a different string function. So if you look at this, this is following the same format. For your end index, you simply provide the length of the whole string. So you replace the end index with the length of the full string. And the string is pretty much the output of that conversion action. So that's why you see the, this expression for our full string, wherever the full string is used. And then wherever we specify a particular string, we enclose that in single quotes and specify that. So now let's look at the results of our test run. So the email arrived, and then the flow ran, and it's converted all of this HTML data and removed all of these extra characters and returned a very simple text data that we can then manipulate. And the tenant's name has now returned just that particular value. The phone number has returned the phone number in our have the images column, and then the terms of service acceptance. Hope you enjoyed watching that as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for watching.